So spend a bit of time with them. It's quite likely that these lions might do exactly what they're doing now for the next few hours, maybe the odd roll. Again, he's doing that because that belly is so full. Literally just allowing the body to, or the blood to circulate a little bit differently. It also helps to speed up the digestive system a little bit, rolling around every now and again. Go, Jan.
Two questions regarding the Mapogo. Can I go?
Yeah, go for it. Sorry, it's just the other radio doesn't seem to work at all.
I'll be quick. The one is from Yana in Ontario, and she would like to know how old do you think Mr. T is, and do you know if the companion next to him has got a name? And then another question from Helen in Tucson, would like to know how the Mapogo males came by their name. I don't know if you can maybe just give some info about that. And is it maybe the name of an area, or does it mean something in the local language? And that one is from Helen. Thank you.
Cool, sorry, the first one was from?
Yana.
Thank you. Two questions there regarding these Mapogo males. Coming from Yana, first of all asking if we know how old these lions are. And the second question coming from Helen, just sorry, just something I was looking at there. Sorry, my mind suddenly went in two different directions. Yana, just first of all, to answer that question, Helen was asking if what the Mapogos, what the name means. There's a specific translation for it. We'll have to ask Rexon's opinion on this a bit. So I don't know these lions that well yet. Second time I've seen them. But in terms of the age, just looking at them, I would put them around 6-7 years old. It's about the size of them, the size of their mane and so on. And it's most likely that these guys are all related. So they'll be all very similar ages. It doesn't look like a sort of a coalition that developed over time opportunity. These guys would have grown up together. And the other lion doesn't have a name, the big guy lying on the right hand side here. We'll see when he gets up. It might be that guy that I was calling Shaka, but we'll have to see a couple of marks in his body first. Mr. T, obviously quite easy to see where he's got his name from. Rexon, what does Mapogos mean?
It's a security company in South Africa that if you do something wrong, they beat you until you die.
Oh, is that where it comes from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting actually. And when did they get this name? Because they were called the Spartans before.
Yeah.
But was it only recently that the guys gave them this name?
From the beginning when they start to kill other girls.
Okay. Very interesting name history there. We'll get into it a bit more just now. Then actually, you know, all these guys are about, what, 6-7?
Yeah,
yeah,
probably 6-7 years old.
Yeah. A bit of more sort of local or South African news / history. Look at him, he's going to give another roll. It does look like a very big cat when he does that, which is exactly what he is. But sometimes they do remind you of a house cat in the sun on the windowsill. Helen, more to answer your question, where the name Mapogos come from. Rexon was saying just now they were actually named after it. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there's a sort of a local security company / community security movement almost in South Africa called the Mapogos. Basically, you don't mess with people's property because then the security company messes back with you. And that's where these guys got their name from. So quite an interesting but very fitting name behind it. still quite like the name Spartans as well. Look at the size of the paws on these cats, this male lying down. Massive foot. Now it's again always a little bit tricky to really realize the dimensions of these animals. I mean, looking at them from where we're sitting now, you can see that they're big animals. As he pops his head up, you can see it's an amazing lion. But to put it into perspective, those paws would be the size of an open palm. If I was to put my hand spread out on that paw, it'll be about the same size, and that's without the nails extended. Of course, when the paw sort of flexes open and the nails come out, the diameter goes up quite a bit more. Very, very big animals. You can also clearly see that you can't see any nails. All of your cats except the cheetah, they've got fully retractable claws, so they've actually got these almost like sheaths in the nails, or in the fingers if you want, in the paw itself, that the nail curves into, and then when they extend the hand, difficult to really explain that. Actually, let me show you quickly. If you look at, I'm going to try and show you it with my hand. Basically how it works is when they're walking, these lions, they obviously have it's not quite the same structure as our arm, but you can imagine the paw being up like that, so while they're walking, go a bit wider please Rexon. While they're walking, if that's the surface they're walking on, so my hands aren't always as dirty as from the steering wheel, they're walking like that and the nails are sort of pulled up into these sheaths. So if that's the paw sitting there, you've got the sheath or the skin covering the nails. But then when they stretch the paw out, so as soon as they start running and they do that, or as soon as they grab something, so let's say they grab onto the side of a zebra or something and they extend that paw, the nails come out. So it's a movement that happens almost naturally. So as soon as they start running, the nails will come out and that'll give them better grip, and then the dew claw, obviously the thumb, stays inside, and as soon as they stretch the foot, all those nails will come out, and that's when they can really grab onto something. And also the dew claw, because it never actually touches the sand as they're running, the dew claw, when they grab onto something, that's the part that they can really get a hold onto a carcass. Let's just see, this lion's just popped his head up again. I hope that sort of gave you an idea, but that's how it works. So it's not that they decide I'm going to pop my nails out now. There's another lion coming, awesome. Third male, let me just move a bit. He's probably going to walk straight up to them. Yeah, it's a nice one, huh? Where is he now? Oh, no. There we go. Oh, amazing. Look at that. In the mist. And he's going to come join the brothers. Let's just see a little bit of greeting, probably rubbing up against them. Just look at that. Right on top of the other one. Guys, just to see this alone, 3 big maned, black maned lions lying together. It's not often you get to see coalitions more than 2 lions, so it's quite a sight. Let the game drives know quickly. So she's just to update, third Mapogo has just joined these other 2, also Lalapanzi now.
I'm glad to the gate here, heading down east of the boundary. Where are you now?
For when you go past Sydney's Kaya, just take that and Lela to Sandy Patch. You can't miss them, and pull in whenever you get here. Look at the guinea fowl in the background there. The lions just lifting their heads up. Guys, this mist is really thick. Yeah, go if. Now, if I was there in the dip, if you Gari Cut Line and Buffelshoek Junction, that dip just on the east of it. Guinea fowl in the background and 3 lions together. This is quite something. I think what adds even more excitement or drama to it for me is just this mist.